Stampers, this is Marie Bennett at blackberriesandcream.net, and I'm back with another video in my series of Festival of Trees as found on Pinterest. This is number 5. And today I'm going to make a card that was created, and I wish I could give justice to this name, but I'm going to say Chat Zalaki. And it was found at memystampsandi.blogspot.com. So if you'd like to go check out more ideas from this person, that's where you go. Alright, so we're going to be using for this card the Festival of Trees stamp set, and we're using this image right here, the pine tree looking one, and the, where is it? The pot base. Flower pot, and that's all we're using from that stamp set. And then I'm using this retired set, and I'm going to use Merry Christmas, and on the inside of the card I used celebrate the season. So if you didn't get this stamp set, you just have to find some greetings that you think will look nice on the card. Okay. So I have already done some work just to make the video go a little faster for you, and I'm going to be using garden green to stamp the tree and cherry cobbler for the greetings and for the pot, the little flower pot. And I've already done the stamping. And then on the card itself, it is half of an 8.5 by 11 sheet of Whisper White cardstock, cut the long way. So it's 4 1/4 inches, just cut down, 4 1/4 by 11. And then on the card that Chat did, they used an embossing folder that I didn't have, and it was a filigree frame kind of a embossing folder. So since I didn't have that, I used the new embossing folder that is in the holiday catalog. Just 1 minute, I'll find out what it's called. Okay, so this embossing folder is called Boughs and Berries, and it's a little too big for this card front. So what I did was I put the paper in the folder all the way to the end so that the bottom of the card is at the fold, and then that way I could get a full image at the bottom. Then at the top of the card you can see that it kind of overlaps. Here's the fold right here, and the design goes, so it wraps around to the back of the card, and I think that's fine because this part of the card is covered up with a ribbon. So that's the embossing using this Boughs and Berries embossing folder and the Big Shot. Then on the inside of the card I stamped Celebrate the Season in cherry cobbler. And so this card also is going to go together very quickly. Now I need to put some dimensionals on this because this is raised up. But before I do, let me take a look. I got to go look at the computer and see what the card looks like. I'll be right back. Okay, so everything is raised up on dimensionals. So I'm going to put this on. And I want to have it so that the border around the bottom and the sides are equal, which means the border at the top is a little bigger. So let me give you the dimensions of this card. I should have done that before I put it on. It is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. And that's put on there with dimensionals. Okay, the next step will be to cut these images out. I'll fussy cut the pot and use my tree punch to cut the tree. Okay, so the cutting is done and the punching. And the next thing I need to do is add some rhinestones to the tree. And what I've done is taken a Bic permanent marker that is about the color of the cherry cobbler, and I've colored 5 rhinestones with that permanent marker. And I'm going to put them on this tree using my paper piercer. There. Okay, now these go on the card with dimensionals. Oops, sort of centered and with the tree a little bit toward the top of the paper, because we're going to want to put this flower pot right on top. And I'm going to do that with fast fuse. Oh, I should have done it first. Learn from my mistakes. Do it first. There. Alright, and the last thing that goes on the card is a bow. And I've used cherry cobbler ribbon, just a piece of scrap that I had. And I'm going to attach this with a glue dot. Actually, probably 3 glue dots. And the card on Pinterest has a bead of some kind on the bow. Looks like a glass bead or something. And I think that that would really add to the card, but I didn't have one, so I'm making mine without. So there you go. Isn't that cute? Merry Christmas. Celebrate the season. So I hope you enjoyed the video and the card, and I hope you'll give this card a try. Remember, if you don't have the exact embossing folders or the exact stamps or the exact ribbon or whatever is on the sample you're looking at on Pinterest, just use what you do have to kind of imitate the ideas that you like. Well, thanks for joining me as I used my Pinterest page to create some of the cards that I have enjoyed pinning on my Festival of Trees board. And if you'd like to take a look at some of the other Festival of Trees ideas that I've collected on Pinterest, you can go to my Wyoming Stampers Anonymous Pinterest page and just find the Festival of Trees folder and take a look at all the wonderful ideas that I've pinned from around the internet. And so here's another look at the cards we made. This was the first one. And then this one. I think this one might be my favorite. Just kind of a classy look. And this is Classic Simplicity, very nice little card. And then the one we did today. So thanks for joining me, and check back again. I'll be making some videos on other pins that I found on Pinterest. See you next time. Happy stamping. Bye.